So when you buy a remake of a game that you've once played or you're like interested, what are you looking for before you like buy it and play it? What do you want? What do you expect? What is that desire?
This is the question at me, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so this is perfect. I'm, AKA the gaming professor, and this is your 101 episode. So let me break this down. Let me break it down.
Okay.
So obviously we got 3 levels of type of games. Now we have in the last, I would say maybe 8 years or so, especially the last 6-8 years, we have the re-release, which simply is taking a game, putting it on another platform, or taking a game that came out, 10 years prior and putting it on another platform. That's a re-release, right? So people can play it again in a new generation. We have that. And that's great. And you want to play older games on new platforms, right? The Switch has the Nintendo, the Super Nintendo, and the NES stuff, the re-releases. You can re-release old games on new platforms. Got it. Then you have the remaster, right? That's the second step. That's a little bit level up, a little more work. Right, you have the remaster where, hey, you just HDify the graphics, maybe make some, some quality of life changes, all the good stuff, maybe fix some glitches. The remasters are really good too. And then you have the remake. That is remake. Right, exactly. Then you got the remake, right? And that's a ground up working from scratch, completely reimagining the game, staying true to the form, obviously, staying true to the game itself, but a reimagining of it in modern times. Obviously, making the graphics up to speed, the way it runs, maybe changing some story elements, maybe erasing some of if it has old humor from the 90s that doesn't play today, changing that, maybe adding some new elements of gameplay that kind of make it more fun. And that's the remake, and that's where we're at with Final Fantasy VII, Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3. All these remakes that are coming out. And for me, to answer the question, what I want for a remake is I want all the tender love and care shown when you made the first game in the remake. I don't want it just reskinned. I don't want it a remaster level. I want the remake to be, you get in there, you get dirty, you wallow in that stuff, and you start from the scratch. You say, hey, what makes this game tick? What made it great back in the day? And what can we do to kind of enhance the game to make it great today?
So you want that Yakuza? That's what you want. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, exactly. Yakuza 0, all that was great, wasn't it?
Oh man.
Yeah, that's a good job. They did a good job on that.
Yo, beautiful job, Sega. Beautiful job.
Yay!
Oh, whoops, wrong button. Sorry.
It's all good.
So you just want brand new everything. So you want the stylistic treatment. Okay, I see.
Yeah, I mean that's the basic thing. It's if you're gonna remake a game, remake it. I mean, fix what was wrong with it before. Because all games have something wrong with it. There's never no perfect game. Even Ocarina of Time and Final Fantasy VII, all these things that are amazing. They had quirks and saying things that could have made them better. But just show the love and understand what the fans and people who played the game loved about it. Understand that. And kind of enhance that, really just bring that out, and then give them something new that they either have always been wanting, or maybe they didn't even know they wanted.
I tell you right now, that is true. That is true. I'm definitely in that same boat. I definitely want you to take all your experience and knowledge on working on other franchises and put that into the remake. And of course, the graphics would be nice, but that's not a huge thing for me, but I definitely do want to be able to see the eyes twinkle and the hair whoosh through the wind and stuff like that. But honestly, I really would love for a game to go more into the story and into the lore. I know for Final Fantasy VII, that's one of the huge, amazing things that I'm excited for, is because it's going into the lore, and I cannot wait.
Yes, and that is where you have to walk the fine line, I think, on a remake, is how much of the story do you change, balancing that with how much do you enhance. So changing the story is hey, we went this direction, but we want to get to D, but we went to A, B, C, D, but now instead we're going to go to A, B, X, Q, R, and then to D, right? You still get to D, but you go a different route. And that's kind of, how you get there. But you could also we got a balance where, hey, we're going A, B, C, and then we're skipping D and going to F. Like, you don't want to change the story too much. You got to balance that. Some elements you can change, and elements you can't, because with a remake, especially of a beloved game, you don't want to like take that mystique and what the people loved about it originally, right?
That is true, but at the same time, I wouldn't mind like some modern adjustments. Like, for example, people were complaining about Final Fantasy VII Remake having like touchscreen phones, or like Resident Evil 3 with Jill not having the skirt anymore, but having like a skirt, which I've never even heard of until like a week ago. I was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, right. It's a shorts and skirt mix, okay?
Bro, it's just shorts. Can't we just call it shorts?
No, because it has a little flap in the front that makes it look like a skirt.
Okay.
See?
No, I don't.
Hey, I'm married. I have to know these things, man.
All right, touche.
Oh boy. Yep. But no, for real though. Like, I definitely want them to dig into a story on any kind of remake. But I want them both. You have to balance two, because if you totally change the story, then it's not the original game, right? Then you can't call it a remake. You got to call it just a new game. You got to call it Final Fantasy 7.5, or I don't know, Final Fantasy 16. I don't know, or whatever.
Final Fantasy, like,
yeah, or Final Fantasy something with a name, you know. Yeah. But you can't. If you're gonna call it the original game remake, you have to stay true to the story and change stuff, sure, but change stuff that serves the purpose of the overarching game, and that's it. But I'm down for some lore changes, and more importantly, dig in deeper. Like, first, you're gonna make a game that's old, like 30, 20 years old. Like,
right.
A lot of stuff was skipped just as part of the time. They couldn't tell as much story and just graphical power or just things. Now you can do it. I want to know what Aerith ate for breakfast that morning, okay?
Oh, okay. That's too much, man. I don't need to know that. I just want to know if we can go up to the floor of the training room where Zack and Sephiroth and I don't want to spoil Crisis Core for those that haven't played it, but yeah, like that was just a big moment. And there's like certain moments in. Man, you know what? Let me not spoil it for those that have not played Crisis Core. But like for me, who's a Crisis Core fan,
came out in 2007, 2008, so it's about time. Yeah, it's been a long time.
I want to give people the benefit of the doubt, because they might have like finally recognized or realized it, because the game might introduce it.
Honestly, and most people aren't going to be able to play it. It came out on PSP. You know what I mean? They're not going to be able to play it. They never re-released that game. So
okay, well, I'm hoping that they show something for Genesis, man, because like he kind of got killed pretty easy. And he didn't get that much story. Yeah,
it's good. I'm just pumped. Like I'm trying to like keep my cool and be like chill right now and not mess up your podcast. But I'm super fanboy, little screaming like 11-year-old girl with NC comes on the stage right now.
It's okay. It's okay, because I know if this was like Kingdom Hearts or like Street Fighter or Final Fantasy 6 or 13 or 10, I would do the same thing too. But like I guess for me it's just, but I do love 7, and that's these are where the questions came from.
Did you ever beat 7 and finish it?
Of course, man.
Okay. I didn't know, because you said you didn't really do all the 7 treatment. I didn't know you.
When you told me about the gold and the black chocobos and being able to beat the weapon, I've never beat any of the weapons except for like the 2 that
the one in the story. The diamond. Yeah. Mm.
And then, of course, the one where you can get, like, Cloud's, like, amazing, beautiful...
The ultimate weapon, yeah.
Yes. Oh, my gosh.
There's Ultima, Diamond, Ruby, and Emerald. Those are the 3. Those are the 4 weapons.
So, like, that's the thing.
Yeah.
So, like, that's why I feel like, man, I kind of feel like I want to go back and like, if you had never told me that, I probably would be a little bit more hyped for 7. But because you told me about, like, wait, I can beat these fuckers? Oh, no, I got to go back and redo this shit.
There's a lot of stuff in there that you can do that I'm sure. Like, obviously, you know how to get Yuffie and Vincent, right?
Of course, I have them.
Okay. Well, because, I mean, those are missable characters. You don't have
No, I trust me, I know. Yeah.
Okay, good.
It took me a few playthroughs to finally realize that. But
Did you go back to Nibelheim and beat the lost number, the boss inside the safe?
Wait, you can do that?
Yeah, it's this. Yeah, I think it's on disc 1. It's right when you go to Coastal del Sol, you go over, then you can go to Nibelheim, like where go in the basement and everything, where you find Vincent.
Right.
But you can't find Vincent yet. Like you knock on the thing because you can't get him to disc 2
because he can't.
And
He
so-
won't get out. He won't go out. He'll
Yeah,
just
he won't
stay
come out
inside.
exactly, and so he's not. But you can go. You have to like walk around. You have to find. There's a crack on the floor, and it'll say, "Hey, there's a number written," and you got to walk around the house to find all the cracks, and it'll give you 3 numbers, and there's a safe with a combination.
Yeah,
a combination in
I've
there.
only able to find one number, and I've been
Yes.
trying, and I've never been able to figure out the safe.
There's one at the top of the stairs. Like there's one at the very top of the stairs, and you in between on the left side. There's one in a room, like where all the plants are, right in front of the plants on the left side.
That's
There's
the
one
I
down in the
found.
basement in the bookshelf.
I didn't know those two.
I don't know why I know these things. It's just
No,
play that game
but
so
see,
much.
that's what I'm saying though. I
Mhm.
haven't really tapped into this thing, man. So that's
Yeah.
why I'm saying like I'm a little worried. But,
But
all
you
right.
beat it. You got it though. So you know, and like Barrett's one of my favorite video game characters anyway. So like I'm like Barrett's my dude.
Yo,
So
that's what
like,
I'm saying. I'm
yeah.
so mad that I probably have to wait till disc 3 before we really get into the story of like, hey guys, let me tell you how I
Marlene
lost
and
my
everything.
yeah, like let me
and
tell you I
the
got
arm
Marlene and
you know,
lost my arm and
yeah, his homeboy. Yeah,
yo,
and it goes
and then
to,
I
like,
can't wait to see that scene. Like that's got to be the most dramatic fucking moment.
Oh man.
Like
Well, not even that. Like, can you? Like, all right, everybody. Spoilers. If you haven't played Final Fantasy, you're must for seg.
no. I give the 15. I try to give the 15-year rule on some games, but that's
Okay.
like more than 15. Get the fuck out of here.
This is 20. Yeah, this is what 97. So yeah, we're at 23 years. Okay, yeah. All right. So when you go to Shinra, like the very end, can you imagine how nasty and bloody it's going to be when they drag, when Sephiroth kills everybody in Genova up in the Shinra headquarters? Can you imagine how awesome it's going to look?
I can't wait to see fucking Hojo. Like, I want to see what fucking face he's gonna make and shit. Like,
When he like transforms and stuff on the boat and stuff like yeah.
oh my gosh, the end of this fucking 2. I can't wait
Yep.
for that huge ass hype
Mhm.
fight. Oh man,
On the boat. Yeah, it's gonna be. Well, the thing is, I already know a little bit about some of the story changes they made. I've tried to kind of hide my face away from some like the spoilery stuff, but yeah, like they're adding they're putting Genova at the end of the Shinra tower. And instead of just having what's
what?
his name, the vice president, for the boss fight at the end of this one and before you head out,
Right,
they're putting Genova.
Why would you put Genova? Genova's supposed to be at
on the boat
disc 2.
on the way to Costa del Sol.
Yeah,
No, but
that's
they're
just one.
Yeah, Genova's at the very end too. But do you remember you fight Genova for the first time on the boat?
Oh, right,
from
and then
Costa-
that's when Sephiroth comes down, and then he's like,
flies
ha,
up,
ha, ha, ha.
Yep, the first time, yeah. But yeah, you're fighting Genova at the end of the when you finish before you probably do the.
Oh, okay. Wait, hold on. It is possible because we do run into like what is it? A tube in the laboratory of a.
Yeah, no, you see her. You see Genova in Shinra headquarters, but we're actually it's a new boss fight. It's a full new. That's the end. That's like the culmination is fighting Genova at the end of that. And
But
then
we don't fight the we don't fight the president's like son or nothing like that. We don't learn.
No.
So,
Rufus, no.
I thought we would
You
face
will.
Rufus and the Turks and like yo.
Yeah, no, you'll fight Reno and all those dudes and stuff
Okay.
like that. But
All right.
no,
all right.
that's new optional stuff. So yeah, it's just cool.
Let me stop getting distracted. Tender, you're
right,
getting me
focus.
distracted with this stuff, man. We're supposed to go. Distracting me with your
All right, Final Fantasy VII Remake's coming out. We're gonna play it. Yay! We'll have more later. Bye.